6'7". Why you say that he be trying ball when he ain't trying ball? Why you say that he be trying? 6'7". Why you say that he gon' risk it all when he ain't risk it all? Why you say that he be trying ball when he ain't trying ball? Got a move, I call Lil Brody, told him slide it, he say no. Now I'm mad cause why you call me like you trying risk it all? He say Brody.
Good, it's your boy Swerve. Back at it again with another video. I don't know where to actually start this video at, really. Same time I do. It's more of a, check-in, really. It's like a check-in. I did a first vlog video um about a lot of shit that was going on in that time. And I feel like I'm going to use this second video as a piece to put out to show the insight on what I've started to realize as I've gotten older. And within that time from that last video to now, the growth, and the mindset of where I'm at and where I want to see myself and where I'm trying to be. In that last video, I know I talked about a lot of things, moving to Florida and everything, but that had to come to an end, just because I, you know, need to take a step back to make better decisions for myself. And I feel like it's always good to be able to know when you can take a step back, and when you're able to take that step back, take it. You know, um, that's a major key that a lot of people don't realize is when you need to take that step back, take it, because it it can hurt a lot, to let go of the things that you didn't want to let go, but you also have to be able to take everything in and realize why it needed to be done. If you yourself can realize that why it needs to be done, um, it makes it easier on the brain. It makes it easier on the heart. It makes it easier on the mind. Um, just because you're realizing this is something that needs to be done for me. Um, in any aspect of life. So I had to take the step back, leave Florida, back home now. And I don't regret it. I don't regret any of the decisions that I made. Move out there, to have that fun time while I had it out there, and just live life in general. I'm young, just turned 21 this month, so it's like I still have time to get to where I want to be. I still have time to get to my goals. I still have time to, do a lot of things in life, and I'm not going to force that on myself. Of course I want to still be in Florida. Who wouldn't want to, what I'm saying, be in a different place for themselves? I don't want to be in Philly, but that doesn't mean that I'm upset that I'm here. Because this is just a step back, not a setback. You got to look at the two differently, because it could be a setback in someone else's eyes, but in my eyes, I look at it as a step back so that I can reevaluate everything. Whether that's monetary or whether that's physical things. I gotta, step back and bring everything into perspective for myself so that I can, I'm not gonna make progress instantly. All I need to know is that I'm inching forward. As long as I'm inching forward to a lifestyle for myself, that satisfies me. Um, and I feel as though with that step back that I took from leaving Florida, coming back home, living with the family again, it made me realize, made me appreciate more. Just because those opportunities that you feel like you're missing out on will always be there for you. And the moments that you have in this second, you know, wouldn't be here if you are overlooking them. So take the time to step back and and realize what needs to be done for yourself, not only for, your growth, but, if you care about the growth of the others around you, then, take a step back and look at that as well. And that's really what I took from all of this, this experience of me coming back home, you know, trying to change my lifestyle up in the sense of me becoming a better person while becoming a different person. Um, Not in a sense of changing my entirety, but in a sense of stepping out of the comfort zone that I had once, when I was younger. It's a comfort zone that I never felt as though I'd step out of, no matter, who pushed, who shoved, who said, it was always something I felt like I needed to come to terms with myself. I've had many friends, many people in my life, say, "Oh, bro, you got to try it, so you got to do this," and I never really, felt it was the time for me. Not even that I felt it wasn't who I was. Um, and certain things I still feel like that's not me, but uh, this is giving me the opportunity to reevaluate who I am as a person. Um, just to to make things easier on me mentally, instead of stressing so much about everything that I was stressing about. I learned to look at life from a different angle and just, appreciate what I do have in this moment. And that sounds like really cliche, but it's truth. There's always truth behind every quote. Even if the quote is outrageous, there's truth behind it in some way. So it depends on how you analyze it. Um, so I'm really using this video as just like a checkup. You know, in the comments, people, whoever watches this video, I want you to, share your piece, share something that's been stressing you, something that's been, you know, bogging you down, something that's been, pushing you to the direction you don't want to be pushed in. Like if you're comfortable with sharing that, but, you know, share that to get that weight off of you because it only goes up from here. You can't allow these things to stop you, because life may knock you down, but it's up to you to get back up. It's up to you to stand back up and stand tall and let it, not let it overwhelm you. And I've been in multiple situations where I've been overwhelmed by, you know, the simplest things and, some of the most complex things. Um, but I've always came out on top because I allowed myself to come out on top. It isn't easy. I know there's a lot of people that have it way harder than I do, and I'm not in competition with anyone, but it isn't easy. To actually be able to see see the things overwhelm you, bills, just stressing about things that, making sure if you're gonna have it, um, stressing to see if you'll even, make it through this month. Shit of that nature, man. It being in that situation opens your eyes up and it makes you realize that this life shit isn't easy, but it isn't hard either. You are, I don't know how to put this, but I'm gonna try, but you're you're doing it for yourself. So whenever something's thrown at you, it's up to you to be able to let it happen in a sense. Not in the sense of let it happen and let it break you down, but a lot of things are inevitable in life. So if something does come up, you have to let it happen, but you can't let that stop you from becoming who you want to be because of these things happening. Um, there was times where I just wanted to end it all, if we're being honest, and this, because I was so overwhelmed, so stuck, so it's a lot of words for it, but it pushed me to a point of not wanting to deal with it anymore, and that's a huge thing. Um, that's truly huge in today's society because we overlook it a lot. The mental health of of people, and overlook it as far as, not saying it's a huge problem, not saying that it's not a huge problem, but not making more of an issue of it, um basically, not making it a top priority for the people that need it. I have a lot of friends, and from time to time I'll ask them how they are doing mentally, and that's just to get get insight on how they're feeling, because you can always ask somebody how they're doing, um, and they'll give you the basic answer. I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. But you when you dig deeper, when you give them that sense of you care, because you're asking these questions, that shows that you care. How are you doing mentally? Oh, I'm not, right now I'm in a mind state of, whatever that answer may be. It gives them that sense of care, from you, because you're someone who's looking out for them, somebody who's looking to, make sure that they're all right. Um, and I feel like mental health is an issue, in the society today, and we don't give it much effort to make it easier on people. Um, it's a lot I could say about mental health, but it's also, a lot I could say about a lot of other things. But if we took it as serious, if we took mental health as serious as we take everything else in the world, there would be a lot less people going through situations that I went through, back in Florida, and um, just because of the stress that was on top of the bills, well, the stress coming from the bills and making sure that I'd be able to stay in the, everything going on, um, it it would have helped, if mental health was taken a lot more serious. Just because a lot of people need it. So never be afraid to, you know, look out to help someone, because a lot of people need it and they don't talk about it. So if you're watching this video, um, and if you've watched it till this point, make sure you ask your loved ones how they're feeling mentally, how they're doing mentally, just so that they can have that person that they are able to share it with. I don't want to make this video way too long. This is probably going to be the end of the video. But make sure you check on your peoples, anybody that you consider, family, anybody that you say you care for, anybody you say you love them. Make sure they're doing good mentally. Um, it doesn't have to be Mental Awareness Month or whatever they call it, you know, mental health awareness. It doesn't have to be that month, okay? Every day should be a mental health awareness day, in a sense of making sure that the person that you care for knows that they're cared for, knows that they're loved, knows that you know, they have someone that they can lean on when they aren't feeling like they are up to par with themselves. Because there are a lot of days where I don't feel it, but you can never tell unless you were to come to me and ask. Um, just a lot of people that need that. So please give that to them. Coming from someone who needed it, give it to them. Not a lot of people have it. Uh, that's really it, man. Just wanted to make a video, pop back in for you guys. Didn't want to make it too, make everybody cry and shit, but it got it. Sometimes you got to get real with people, and let it be known that it's a serious situation. So yeah, make sure you check on them. That's it for the video, man. I'm hungry. I want to go get something to eat, but I don't know what I'm going to eat. But uh, this video will be out soon, most definitely, man. Until the next time, stay tuned. It's Swervo. I catch y'all later, man.